This video and the enclosed notes is prepared keeping in view the students coming from rural areas with minimum skills in English language. It is only a guide to help them understand the topic. Anybody can develop this content from the examination point of view. This presentation has no commercial value and it is not for commercial use. What is language? We can say language is the means of communication. It helps us to communicate our thoughts, feelings, and ideas. And listening is the first step of the four skills in communication. Listening is the mother of all the skills. What is the difference between hearing and listening? Listening is both physical and mental activity. It is purposeful and focused. To say listening is done consciously. It requires concentration so that the brain receives the information, processes it, and remembers it. In the case of hearing, we can say it's a simple act of recognizing sound by ear. Hearing happens even without one's knowledge. Let us now start to understand the process of listening. The first stage is receiving. In this stage, we receive the information given by the speaker. We filter the content and take the main or important information out of it. The second stage is understanding. In this stage, we learn the meaning of the message and try to understand it. The third one is remembering. In this stage, what we have received and understood is stored in our mind. This helps us to improve our memory. The next stage is evaluating the information. At this stage, we judge the value of the message. We decide how important or correct or false is the information or the message is. The final stage is responding. We also call it as a feedback stage. The response may be either oral, that is verbal, or non-verbal. It may be at any stage and not necessarily at the end. Now, let us try to understand different types of listening. Listening is broadly divided into two types. One is positive listening and the second one is passive or negative listening. Let us first look at positive listening. Positive listening includes active listening, which means the listener pays total attention. He or she understands the information. Both verbal or non-verbal interaction may also take place. The next one is content listening. Here, the listener is listening to the information, understands the very important or key points, the meanings, etc. Sometimes they even make a note of the key points on paper. The third one is critical listening. This is a very careful listening and at the same time analyzing the information. It includes understanding logically and judge whether it is right or wrong, true or false. Hence, it is also called as judgmental listening. The next one is sympathetic listening. Here, the listener cares about the other person and shows his or her concern. It's like paying attention to the problems faced by the speaker and expressing support and solidarity. It is like sharing their feelings when they are in distress or sorrow. The next one is empathetic listening. Here, the listener requires empathy, which means much more higher degree of sympathy from the speaker. Usually, the medical doctors, counselors, persons in the judiciary come under this category. Then, appreciative listening. Here, the listener gets a lot of enjoyment. It may be due to the subject they are interested in, and they enjoy it. They enjoy the subject. Usually, the children, while listening to the stories, they enjoy a lot. They come under the appreciative listening category. Then, let us look at the passive or negative listening. The first one is pseudo listening. It is like listening of body present and mind absent type. The listener is not really interested. He or she is not listening but acting as if listening and understanding. The next one is selective or marginal listening. Here, the listener listens, but most of the information goes waste. The listener focuses only on a few main points and doesn't focus on the rest. Then, defensive listening. Here, the listener takes all comments personal and gets disturbed. He or she feels that most of the remarks given by the speaker are intended towards him or her. Then, projective listening. The listener is not really interested on what the speaker is saying, but instead he projects his or her own ideas and forces the speaker to listen to him or her. Let us now try to understand the barriers of effective listening. The barriers can be classified as physical barrier, which includes disturbances from outside like sounds, moving object, unwanted lighting effects, moving audience, etc. Physiological barriers, which includes hunger, anger, health problems like headaches, stomach aches, tensions, discomforts of any sort, and other health upsets. Then, attitudinal barrier. So once again, includes the physical and mental and emotional characteristics like qualification of the speaker, nationality, gender, status, age, dressing, voice, all these of the speakers which the audience are not in a position or the listener is not in a position to accept, a bit egoistic one. The socio-cultural barrier. This includes the social and cultural differences between the speaker and the listener. It includes the language, the selected words, the accents the speaker is using. Then, what are the strategies for effective listening? We can say the following techniques will help in effective listening. The first one is definite objective listening. Concentrate on what the speaker is speaking about. Then get rid of distractions. The disturbances coming from the external sources like TVs, mobiles, music, and other noises should be avoided. Be patient and prepared. So, here, attention and patience to listen and grasp by listening till the speaker completes the speech. Empathize with the speaker. We always need to empathize with the speaker with proper understanding. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt the speaker while he or she is speaking. Concentrate on what the topic is and try to grasp the message. Have an open mind. Don't underestimate the speaker and listen to what he or she are talking about with open mind. Don't be emotional. While listening, try to be cool and analyze the things. Don't show any kind of emotions in either questioning or responding. Develop positive body language. Try to sit properly, maintain eye contact, and respond with non-verbal gestures whenever needed. Now, let us try to understand the signs of active listening. The signs of active listening will be either verbal or non-verbal or both. Let us try to understand the verbal signs of active listening. Words of positive support like yes sir, true, yeah that's correct, indeed, etc. Asking questions to clarify their doubts, remembering the information and reproducing it when asked, seeking additional information related to the topic. These are some of the verbal ways of active listening. When it comes to nonverbal, an appreciative eye contact, positive posture of body like leaning slightly forward or sideways, slight slant of the head, or resting the head in one of the hands, nodding the head, etc. Now, let us try to understand the benefits of listening. Listening shows you to respect and get respected in return. It helps in maintaining good relationships with others. It helps in gaining knowledge. It makes the people approachable and it strengthens the patience. It allows the speaker to convey the ideas clearly and correctly. It helps to detect and solve problems. Hope you enjoyed this video presentation. Thank you very much.